Do you wish you could stop thinking about your ex? Well, in this video, I'll give you some simple techniques to move past this stage of the breakup that will actually make it much easier to win your ex back. Hey YouTube, Breakup Brad here. As I'm sure most of you already know, I've been a breakup coach for over 10 years now, helping people like you get through difficult breakups and get a second chance with an ex. Now today we're covering something that I know many people struggle with, and that is how to stop the endless thoughts and worries about your failed relationship and about your ex. So you probably think, if only you could figure out what went wrong, maybe you could undo the mistakes that you made, and then they'd come running back to you. Well, I'm here to tell you that is just not going to work. Now, I'm not saying you can't get them back. You definitely can get your ex back and have a happy life with them by your side. But you're not going to get there by obsessing over it. You're just going to drive yourself crazy. And in fact, the more you think about your ex, the more you hurt your chances of salvaging a relationship. Stewing in negative thoughts is just going to have a negative effect on your outlook overall, on your health. And because of the added stress and sleepless nights, you'll probably even do damage to your health and your appearance as well. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that if you do want your ex back, you obviously want to look and feel even better than you did when the two of you were together, not worse. So how can you take steps to get your ex off your mind and begin sort of moving on? Well, just follow these 7 steps and you'll be well on your way to a clearer mind pretty much right away. And stick around because later in this video, I'm also going to tell you how this process will not only help your mental health, it'll actually help give you a second chance with your ex. Number 1, give yourself some space. So if you're watching this video a few days after your breakup, then it's no wonder you can't stop thinking about your ex, right? You two had history together, and that's not just going to disappear overnight. So if you are in this situation, you need to give yourself a break and let yourself grieve the loss from the relationship. But if it's been a few weeks or even months since your breakup and you still can't get your mind off your ex, then you need to take some action. So if you haven't already, you need to go full no contact. Now this means you need to stop seeing your ex and stop talking to them completely. So you shouldn't call them, shouldn't text them, or you shouldn't like their photos or posts on social media. I even advise that you actually completely stop watching their Instagram stories and creeping their Facebook page. Now, I know this is difficult. I understand that you think you can't live without them, and on some level, you're staying in touch because you think it's going to make you feel better. But trust me, in the long run, any sort of contact with your ex at this point is only going to drag you back into depression. Now, I think no contact is actually necessary in almost 100% of cases. It can only help your chances of getting your mind off your ex and ultimately help you win them back. Now, if you do want to learn more about no contact, how to use it properly, you can watch any of my numerous past videos on the topic. They're all available here on my channel if you have any questions or want to learn more. Number 2, embrace distractions. So whether it's a video game, a walk in the park, or just hanging out with your family, distractions can be very beneficial to you during this time. So find something to get excited about outside of your relationship. If you can handle it, I suggest setting up some goals, changing your daily routine, or taking on new responsibilities. And if you're looking for something more low-key to focus on, a good movie always takes my mind off my worries, or even just binge watching something on Netflix. Even watching videos like this one can be a good way to keep your mind busy. So for another great distraction, head over to breakupbrad.com and watch my full free video there. It's the very best video you'll ever watch if you want to get your ex back. Again, watch it at breakupbrad.com. Number 3, step back from social media. Now, social media can be a great way to stay connected with friends and family. But after a breakup, it can be emotionally draining to see your ex and your mutual friends having fun together without you. So a social media detox is one easy way to combat this. Now, to be clear, I never recommend actually blocking or unfriending your ex. That kind of only makes you look petty. But instead, just logging off for a couple of days or weeks will help you live in the moment more and stop you from dwelling on your ex. Just know that this practice will give you a little more free time, so use that time wisely. Get outside, get active, and get moving with life. Number 4, make a plan. So creating a plan to get your ex back will involve spending a little time thinking about your ex. But I find that it really helps in the long run because once you have it down on paper, you can move ahead and just sort of put it out of your mind completely. Try it out for yourself. So step 1 of the plan should always be no contact. Step 2 is reattraction. Even just a little simple list like this and those kinds of steps can be enough for you to put your ex out of your mind. Number 5, exercise. So I know I've said this before in many of my past videos, but breakups tend to throw off our normal rhythm. We lose touch with our routine and we opt for, sweatpants and ice cream instead. And this leaves us with a bunch of excess energy that turns to anxiety about the breakup and often obsessive thoughts about your ex. So break that cycle by getting a little exercise. It doesn't take much, just a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood can even shift your whole mindset, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. For those of you who are a little more advanced, go for a run or a proper workout. It can do wonders for your mental health. Number 6, shameless plug, pick up my X Factor program. So thinking about your ex isn't the only problem. It's the depression and the hopelessness that comes with those kinds of thoughts. So seeking out advice can help you end this kind of downward spiral. And my X Factor guide is full of simple, effective techniques that are backed up by years of research. So start the process of winning your ex back right now. Just go to breakupbrad.com to learn more about the X Factor. Again, learn more at breakupbrad.com. Number 7, this is possibly the most important one, start dating again. Now, I know that if you want your ex back, dating somebody new can be the furthest thing from your mind right now, but it really does help. So first off, it can be a huge distraction. And secondly, it can remind you that dating can be fun and exciting rather than the bummer that your relationship became towards the end. So dating somebody new is bound to get your mind off your ex because it puts more distance between you and your relationship. And since you have nothing to lose, it can be a real confidence booster as well. So this is all great for your peace of mind, but how does any of this actually help you get your ex back? Well, it turns out there are several reasons that this can change your ex's mind about the breakup and make them run back into your arms. First, it helps you maintain no contact. Now, as I've already mentioned, I advise that you spend at least 30 days following your breakup in a no contact period with your ex. And no contact is a lot less effective if you just spend that time sitting around thinking about your ex. Secondly, the more you think about your ex, the more pressure you're putting on yourself and your ex when the time does finally come to reach out to them. Now, the reattraction process is supposed to be casual, light, and fun. And if you've spent 30 days in a windowless room crafting the perfect text message, your desperation is definitely going to come across the next time that you talk to your ex. So by taking active steps to move forward with your life, you'll kind of compartmentalize your sadness and your anxiety about the relationship. And this kind of positive thinking is all about kind of putting things into perspective. It helps you remember that no matter what happens, it will all work out in the end. And that kind of mindset will be extremely attractive to your ex, especially if the relationship ended on a negative note. Third, it's just human nature to want what we can't have. And this is what brings people together in the first place. And it's also the reason that, once we get what we want, we often find that it doesn't live up to our expectations. So if you could really move past your ex, get him or her completely off your mind, and start building a better life without them, your ex is going to take notice. And when they see how well you're doing without them, they'll realize what a mistake it was for them to break up with you. And they won't be able to help themselves. They're going to want you back badly. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.